side as they go down the backstretch. Elliott Sadler leading the outside line. Here comes Ricky Carmichael behind him. Now they fan out 3 wide as they get into 3.
Wow, those trucks are
trouble already. Austin Dillon in it, as well as Johnny Sauter. The 18 of Kyle Busch is also involved.
98. Oh, look at this truck. The 10.
Jennifer Jo Cobb also involved. A big accident getting into turn number 3. Landon Castle in the 98 also with damage.
Justin Lofton, the 7. There's the 15 of Ted Musgrave.
Huge crash.
Trying to get into turn number 3. You see the damage of the Bass Pro Shop Chevy Silverado. Austin Dillon driving that truck.
Well, we crashed at 60 miles an hour on the front stretch on the pace lap, and
about 170.
About 170. Had him hardly get up to speed good. There's Johnny Sauter, championship contender this year. Ted Musgrave, great opportunity here with Billy Balloon Motorsports. He has some pretty significant damage. Justin Lofton just about peeled the whole right side off that truck.
Let's work on both sides.
A lot of damage to that Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet of Austin Dillon. There's Jennifer Jo Cobb.
Jennifer Jo Cobb in that number 10 truck they purchased from Circle Bar Racing.
Serious suspension problems on the right front with that truck.
Man, it looked like those guys were flirting with that yellow line, and I think a couple of trucks went under the yellow line right where this accident occurred, which could have led to it, Phil. That's, you know, there's a lot of talk during the off seasons, let these guys race, but darn, the yellow line's there for a reason, and we got to stay above it.
Ray, what are they having to do to the 18?
Well, they're working on the right front fender there, Rick, but Kyle said he didn't feel like it had any problem with the steering. They just got a big fender rub, so they're trying to get their clearances there and figure out what all they're going to need to get those parts and pieces. You see some very loose sheet metal right there. They may have to get some bear bond on that, but they think there's no damage to the suspension underneath that hell of a good number 18.
So a lot of work taking place on pit road right now. Let's take a look at how this happened.
First of all, they're 3 wide. They get 3 wide here on the back straightaway. You can see the 51 truck.
The 55
gets a run on Austin Dillon. Austin starts to kind of come over a little bit to block him.
They touch, and then Austin starts wiggling, and then he catches Johnny Sauter up against the wall. Kyle Busch comes along. The 15 of Ted Musgrave with nowhere to go. The 98 of Landon Castle runs into his teammate Johnny Sauter.
That was just tight racing. 3 wide on the first darn lap.
See right there, you see the 3 start wiggling, and then he's going to lose control. His left front tire was locked up.
Series champion.
Look at Kyle Busch all up in the middle of it. Does a great job of surviving it. Too bad for Landon Castle. Just came along a little bit late. And here's Jennifer Jo. She's going a little bit faster, but darn, you can't see, Phil.
Yeah, this is a view I like right now, where you're going to see Eric Almirola will pull out. He's going to be side by side with Austin Dillon. Austin kind of creeps over a little bit, and they touch, and it gets Austin to wiggling, and he just gets behind in his steering a little bit, and then the thing heads towards the outside wall, takes Johnny Sauter with him.
You know, when I talk to my young drivers or anybody talks about Daytona, you don't ever want to get surprised. You got to constantly be looking in your mirror, looking around all around you so that nothing surprises you. When a truck sneaks 3 wide on you on the back straightaway, if it surprises you, it can cause a problem. I don't know that Austin was surprised, but it almost seemed like he just got in a bind there and couldn't get out of it.
Let's get another vantage point of this. This is after Austin has already got up into the wall.
Rick Crawford just narrowly avoids it in the 14 Lilly Trucking.
Hit the outside wall pretty hard.
Yeah. After he already made contact. There's Nelson Piquet Jr. getting by, doing a nice job with no damage with that Red Horse truck.
2 trucks involved from Thor Sport Racing. Johnny Sauter as well as Landon Castle. Here we ride along with Rick Crawford.
3 wide ahead of you.
Wow, look at Rick. He's just
Easy, back it down, stay low.
digging.
Nice job by Rick Crawford.
This is Kyle's vantage point.
He's all up in the middle of it.
I'm trying to move here. Check it right in front of you.
Kyle had a huge run and was trying to go to that high side.
Here's Johnny Sauter. Extremely disappointed. Really looks like maybe a championship contender this year, as strong as he finished last season, and not going to be a great start for the year.
Got all the fluid running out of the front of Landon Castle's truck.